Shalom Akim, first and foremost, we want to give our praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
double honor style elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, and honor to you brothers who are out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. This is an open forum, and of course, we got our guest, the brother, head of camp in Las Vegas, Sarat Azar, with us. You got it.
Con. Hey, happy to be here with the Hakim down here in Mississippi, man. We just gonna go, through with the spirit. This is gonna be an open forum. So we gonna wherever the spirit takes us, we just gonna follow through with the spirit. Basically, if somebody can, Bubba Kushar, get 1 Peter 5 and 8, and also Ephesians the 5th chapter around I believe it's the 15th verse, because right now, things are, coming to the wire. The Lord is turning things up in the spirit. And of course, we got the adversary, who's in these last days, he's getting ready, he's going to show himself, in the wake of, this whole situation with the New Jersey shooting that took place. You got a lot of turmoil coming out of that. You got Esau demonizing us in the media. So basically at this point in time, brothers should make sure that they're walking circumspect. All right, make sure that you walking in the spirit, man, because Esau, he's gonna show you that he's the true adversary, man, the true enemy. So right now, it's best for brothers to walk wise in the spirit, man. So have you brothers, open up the scriptures.
All right. I got a quick one for you.
Come.
Hey, Galatians 5 and 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. When you go into that term, walk in the Greek, it means how Hebrews conduct their lives. How do we conduct our lifestyle? By the scriptures. But the Holy Spirit has to be upon you in order to apply these scriptures correctly.
That's right. Yeah, walk in the spirit, man. That way you don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. Because Esau, he's looking for you to fall to your flesh, man. Yeah. That's what he's gonna hold to. That's what he's gonna present to the world. That's this is pretty much you. Right. No, that's not how we conduct ourselves according to the gospel. All right. Basically we want to be blameless. When we get persecuted, it's for righteousness' sake. It's for righteousness' sake, man. When we get persecuted, when we suffer, it's because we following Yahweh Yahushua. You don't want to suffer because you being a nigga. Because that's what Esau wants. They looking for ammo. They looking for any little string you give them. That's pretty much what they're looking for. With all these different psyop false flags that they're staging right now, it's all a smear campaign against Israel right now. So if you're paying attention to what's going on in the media, they're doing exactly what guys like Haman, the Agagite, what he did. When he sent the letter to was that Xerxes? Artaxerxes. They want to present us in a negative light, in a demonic light. But really, when they see our behavior and our conduct, and they also see that what we teach, basically this is according to the gospel, man.
But
go ahead.
If I could say this, that's why when we was teaching, a lot of guys, they'll say that, hey, GMS, Great Millstone, they hate and all this other stuff. But that's why we were telling you guys, the pull-up boys.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Look at what you calling yourself, the pull-up boys, going to gun ranges and acting like you all tough. ISUPK, you on Vice TV. You on an actual TV network, going to the shooting range, telling them that you getting ready and all this other stuff. And see, that's what we're trying to tell you. Hey, the way that you conduct yourself, you don't think this devil about to use it against you?
Right.
He's gonna come on you. Yeah, we saw you on Vice TV at the shooting range.
Right.
You said you're getting ready. What you getting ready for?
Right.
Looks like the Jersey shooting is connected, and they gonna do stuff like that, man. They raided Comfy School after that Jersey shooting. Why? Because of the way, they raided his school, and they doing that. Why? Because of the way that you conduct yourself, man. And they gonna try to label everybody that way. All right.
And that's why you gotta walk in the spirit. Because see, Esau is trying to attack the heart, which is your mindset. And when he attacks your mindset, things that means the most to you, once you start associating yourself with things that you're close with, what happens? You become emotional. You start making mistakes. You start putting those things before Yahweh Hashem al Shah. So at this time frame, everybody's gonna be tested, at some form, some fashion. And life, as we know, is about to change. So therefore, we have to apply the scriptures, because when you go into that term apply, it means attach or join to something. Literally, the scripture is supposed to be second nature in your lifestyle.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right. Like a reflex.
A reflex, yeah. You shoot a big gun, you get the recoil. It's the same thing with the scriptures.
That's right. The brother with that first Peter.
That first, you got the first Peter. No, I got something else.
Yeah, this First Peter 5:8. It says, "Be sober, be diligent, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeing whom he may devour."
Yeah, and this devil, he's on task, man. He's on task. He's looking for however you maneuver, man. Oh, okay. So they practicing the gun range. Oh, okay. Oh, these guys over here, they burning yarmulkes. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, those guys over there. Oh, okay. Yeah, so and stuff like that. See, when Yahweh Shai moved him and his disciples, they gave no occasion to the devil. They were just strictly, on the mission. They were healing. They were teaching in the ministry, and they didn't give no occasion, man.
And they were
low key. There wasn't juiced in with nobody. They wasn't a corporate. They wasn't a confederate with no other group. So that's how you're supposed to conduct yourself, man.
I got a precept for you too. Yep. Because like it said, your adversary, we know that the adversary of Israel of righteousness is Esau, even self-proclaimed white man. And he said he walks around seeing whom he can devour. Because they told you that YouTube has assigned 10,000 crew staff, to monitor YouTube, man. And that's to monitor Israel, man. They don't really care about these so-called truthers, all right? They don't care about Christopher Green and AMTV, because they all bought and paid for. They worry about the people that's not on payroll. That's what those 10,000 for. So that's enough people, or one person can spend 60, 70 hours a week watching your page. Right. So every little thing, every little mistake, every little word, every little sentence, they own it. And they trying to piece something up, man, because he trying to scrap up a case, because the spirit not giving them nothing. You see, the sellouts, the agents, the men of Israel that are not being wise, they giving them things, But in the spirit, the elect, they got to scrape something up, man, and pretty soon they're just gonna come flat out and lie, man. I got a precept for you, bro.
How you think your videos, y'all brothers' videos who out there, how you think they finding your video from 2014, 2016 and flagging it, and they saying somebody flagged this video?
Right.
Who went and flagged your video from that many years back? Hell, we don't even look back that many years of our own videos just to even check and see if they still there.
Right.
So who went back and found them and watched it? It's these guys that the bro was just talking about. They've been hired, man, to find things and all this different stuff. And if you did say some crazy stuff like we gonna rape women and all this other stuff, hey, look, man, you're gonna be on the news soon, and they're gonna have your clip, and that's part of the game, man. That's what they play. They looking for your errors and slip of the tongue, and that's why the scriptures tell you, hey, to teach season with salt.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
What's that fiery trial? That's that cross you gotta bear. That cup you gotta sip out of. Hey, the tribulations, the afflictions, the persecutions, things that you have to go through in order to get to the kingdom of heaven. Because when you go into that term cup, when Yahushua had told the two brothers, this is the cup, you're gonna have to sip out of it. It talks about in the the Greek, good or bad. You know, a divine appointment. Meaning that whatever you gotta go through set up in the spirit, man. So certain brothers, we all gonna get persecuted. But are you going to endure? Are you gonna cleave onto the Most High by your faith? And Lord willing, we all prevail, you know, and be kings in this next life to give. But at the same time frame, you got to go through it.
Scripture say, rejoice in it.
Yeah.
You know, rejoice in suffering for your house, man. Yeah. You know, when you pull up to work, all right, and you see the U.S. Marshals up there and they embarrass you in front of your job and take you out, all right, we really supposed to be smiling and overjoyed because we know what it's for. And we know who in control, man. You know, Yahushua ain't got us teaching his word and we unprotected, man. You know, everything that's gonna come upon us is gonna be a test and a trial, you know, and like the priest said, we're gonna have to endure it, man. And we should take it with joy, man.
And when the Most High shakes that tree, it's gonna be a lot of leaves on the ground. Yeah. A lot of brothers that wasn't in Yahushua, basically connected within this, you know, connected to the vine, which is Yahushua, and therefore you're gonna fall on the ground. And you know what happens once a fruit is disconnected from that vine? It withers away. No spiritual nutrients.
And it's get ate.
Yeah. Literally. Either way, it's over with.
It says back in 1 Peter 4:13, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be
I'm saying, like, you associating yourselves with Yahushua's like the hell and afflictions that he went through. So, you know what I'm saying, just like in a business company, and you invest in the stocks and bonds of that company, and you receive the dividends of that company's benefits, you know what I'm saying, you associate, you're partakers with it. So as Yahushua, when he get his glory and reign on this planet earth, the elect or the ambassadors of Yahushua gonna get the same thing. Yeah, you gotta go through it to get to it, man.
You partaking in all the affliction, like it's a hill, you know, that's famous, you know, the hill that Jerry Rice, you know, used to run up. You know, you had other athletes come behind him, like a Daniel Thomason, you know. So when they was going to the hill and doing those workouts that Jerry Rice was doing, they was partaking in the sufferings of Jerry Rice, man. And now Daniel Thomas is in the record books, like, you know, like Jerry is, man. But he had to go partake in those sufferings first, man. And that's how it is with us, is on a much broader scale, man. All right, we had to go to that same hill, Yahushua, you know, not the exact same circumstances, but just that form, you know, of suffering, you know, and we have to run that hill, man, till we get our names, you know, in the record books, man, which is the book of life, man, that legacy, man.
Like you said, like a strange thing, like the feds raiding to your jobs, like, don't think that's a strange thing, because a week before, you know, your coworkers probably been cool with you. And it is, they giving you up. Like, you know, I knew it was something strange about the guy talking to the feds about you and things and such, family members.
Maybe niggas don't celebrate Christmas. Yeah. Nigga don't eat sausage.
I knew it. You know what I'm
saying? So scripture has that and a reason for it. Don't let it be strange, man. No, Yahushua went through it, we gotta go through it too.
If the point in 14, it says, if you be reproached for the name of Yahushua Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory of the Most High rested upon you, and their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified.
Right. The reason why he's evil spoken of, because he is not of this world, man. He is for life in the will of the Most High. At this time frame, the will of Esau is being done on earth. You know, and that power seat has been given to Esau by Yahweh Shemashah. But once Yahushua returns, the Redeemer, okay, he's going to set the record straight. And everything is going to go back in that spiritual order, but it's going to be manifested on earth, as it is in heaven, man. And right now, we are basically a thorn within Esau's side, right? Because basically, we're letting people know his agenda via prophecies, and we're letting him know that his kingdom is at the tail end. So he has every right to fight a good fight. Because look, if somebody was in your backyard, you wouldn't let them come and take shit out of it. It's the same thing Esau was doing. You know, you should respect it.
Well, now you say that, what would we do if we call a group of Edomite men prophesying against us in our kingdom.
Exactly.
And next thing you know, it's gonna be a story written, and there was a great slaughter that day. You know, like that's all it is, because we ain't having that, man.
Yeah.
So you think he looking at us condemning his kingdom, but see the thing is, the Most High has given us a grace period. All right, that's why he ain't doing nothing. See, this grace period, he put the spirit on Esau to pretend as if he's civil and peaceable. He could be peaceable to confuse all the nations, act like he's tolerant of everything, and he's this guy. But then, hey, and it also, like the scriptures say, he's gonna nourish Jacob for a time.
Yeah.
But see, when the Most High cut off that grace period, he ain't gonna nourish you no more, Jake. Ain't no more Section 8 food stamp unemployment. Ain't no more being tolerant of you. Ain't any of that. This devil's gonna recognize, hey, this is what worked for me, being the devil and killing everybody. That's what it is. If we just kill them all, we ain't gotta worry about prophets or Israelites or any of that. And he gonna go back to that. You know?
Like a madman sparing none.
Yup, that's what he gonna be a madman again.
Sparing none, yeah. I'm gonna read it down some more. Verse 15, it said, but let none of you suffer as a murderer, as you were saying earlier, bro, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Yet if any man suffer as a believer, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. You know, so like the elder was saying earlier, you know, we don't want to suffer, all right, for being carnal, man. You know, you don't want to suffer and fall into the hands of Esau because you did something carnal, man. You know, you did an impulsive act, man. You know, you don't want to suffer like that. But if we're sticking to the course, being obedient to the script that Yahweh Shema Shah laid out for us, which is to preach the word in season and out of season, man. All right, and let this word be for rebuke, exhortation, you know, instruction, man. You see? But other than that, outside of that, you know, you doing too much, man. That's the problem with Jake. They getting that spirit of trying to do too much, man. You know, and it can cause a ripple effect. Because we in a time now where your actions don't affect just you, man.
Yeah.
That's why, like Elder War is big about, you know, cutting out that lone wolf spirit, man. Because the lone wolf gonna get a lot of people killed in the times that we in right now, man. You know, not thinking about the ripple effect your action can have, man. You know?
Yeah, you want to stay clean, man.
Yeah.
You want to stay clean. You don't want to just be no nigga out here doing whatever you want to do. Because really, man, and you said that last week, Priest, you was like, really, that's selfish. Really, you selfish if you that way, man. Because you really just only care about whatever world you live in, whatever you got going on. You're not thinking of the church. You're not thinking of any of this stuff. You see that the devil is doing what he do best. And that's to root out the weak and try to find weaknesses, try to find ways that he can blend lies with truth and make slander, control the narrative of how we do things. But remember how Yahweh Shah was. Even when he got into the hands of Pontius Pilate, even Pontius Pilate was like, I know they bullshit. He was like, this guy couldn't have done nothing. That's why Pontius Pilate was like, wait a minute. Let me get a real criminal who really notable for being a real criminal. And him. And let's see which one they want to, they would rather let go free. And Israel was like, let the nigga go free. Let the real criminal go free before him. Yeah. And that's when he was like, man, I'm washing my hands of this. And even his wife was like, man, don't have nothing to do with him. I done had many terrible nightmares because of this guy. So it's going to show you that, look, Jay, you can't just be acting any type of way because they looking for a reason. We ain't trying to give them a reason. We know that they gonna do what they gonna do, and they gonna find certain things, and they gonna try to manipulate things But hell, we'd rather have it manipulated and falsified and some BS and chopped up words, edited videos, and all this other stuff than you just being out there being crazy. Yeah, just some blunt stupidity and recklessness.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a quick scripture. This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 6. It says, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, and doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity.
Hey, good works. Stand in the spirit, man. Doing what Yahushua did. Yahushua is the blueprint via the protocol. All right. Yahushua wasn't bucking up. All right. When he was interrogated, how did he answer those questions? He was precise. He was to the point. He stayed within the spirit. Okay. So if you do anything opposite of what Yahushua is doing or did, you're not walking in the spirit, man. You're walking after your own lust. And at the same time frame, Esau is going to utilize certain Israelite camps, and he's going to put everybody in one bucket. Why? Because he's trying to bring everybody down. It's like a fucking Rico he's trying to do, man. You know?
That's what when Peter did what he did. Cut the ear out. You know, when he cut the guy for
Malchus.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if he come Esau with the corner, Esau got way more shit that we got.
Yeah.
He got way more shit.
Esau want that smoke. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He want you to come corner.
Yeah,
Man.
and that's what they want.
Cause he can match that corner.
Cause
He can't match that spiritual though, you know.
Right.
Because he ain't got that part.
That's right.
You don't know what to do with that.
Right.
It says, sound speech that cannot be condemned.
Scriptures. These scriptures cannot be condemned. What is condemned? With punishment. So if you're doing what the scriptures stating, the Most High is going to protect you. All right, point blank, period. Now, you know, we have customized lots we got to go through, but at the end of the day, if you are the elect, your name is automatically written within the book of life, man. So automatically, by default, that's a first class trip, man. And then one more point, temperate. The brother said temperate, no sober. That means to be temperate. You know, you always taught us, bro, you know, the importance of being temperate, man. You look, using the scriptures, man, to balance yourself. Okay? Point blank, period. Everything goes back to the scriptures. All you gotta do, all we gotta do is just stick to the script, man, and abide. Hearken.
That's the spirit of Elder Apostle Gabar just did a lesson today. Fulfill the script, man.
Fulfill the script, man.
Just fulfill the script. That's all you got to do, man.
Yeah.
You know?
We started making shit difficult when we started going outside the scriptures. All right, the Most High is the director, Yahushua's the co-director. They gave us the role. Just do what the fuck they say do.
Yeah, that's a part of self-pride that makes you go outside the scriptures. That's why the when you read 2 Corinthians, I believe it's chapter 11, it say, I hope that people don't fall. I'm not saying it verbatim, but it say, I hope that they don't fall because of the simplicity that is in Yahushua. See, it's simple. It was like, it's really simple what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, it's so simple that they don't want to accept it as that. Like, the Lord requires these things of you: repentance, to do what he told you to do, keep the laws, keep your composure, and stay within their realm. And that's all you got to do. But once you escape outside of that, and you see certain things, and they may get you overexcited, or they may make you frustrated, different stuff like that, and you start spazzing out, start going crazy, or you start getting in the pride of your own mind and yelling and saying things that are just of your own mind and not really going into the scriptures, and then it winds up falling back on you, man. Yeah. And then when it falls back on you, now you got brothers and you got the church around you, so now brothers trying to help you. And you know, and sometimes if it ain't a situation that can be helped, you gotta go, man. And you don't want to even be in that situation, period, man. Just stick to the script and do what you're supposed to do, you know?
It says that he that is of contrary, it's like a sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you.
Yes, Esau's the op. Because at the end of the day, hey, it's nothing we're doing I mean, we're doing everything right according to Yahweh Shem Ashai. We stick to the script. Now, of course, regardless if Esau paints us the way he wants to paint us in the media, so be it. But according to the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Ashai, the true judge, that's all that matters. 2/3 family members, they can be wherever the fuck they want. But from a spiritual standpoint, your personal relationship with Yahweh Shai, your personal relationship with Yahweh, meaning that intimate relationship, how you became familiar with them, you did what was right, man. And that's all that matters.
Because you're predestined, you know, before the foundation of the earth. That means you was already judged in the highest court, you know, because Esau has his court system set up, you know, where you go to a local court, you know, you go to a state court, then you go from there to a federal court, and then the federal court can decide to go to a Supreme Court, you know.
Like the Roman Empire.
Yeah. So the true Supreme Court, all right, is the Most High in the spirit world. That's a Supreme Court, and that's what we see, all right, manifesting in the planet Earth is the judgment that's coming from the spirit world.
Yeah.
You see, Esau judgment can only hold so much weight, man. You know, now he's finna be judged. You know, so if that's like if you on a trial for drug trafficking, all right, but then the judge that you've been going to see, all right, he gets indicted for drug trafficking. So now your case throw out.
Exactly.
You know, so if Esau the judge, if he finna get judged, everything that he finna bring up on the elect, that's finna get threw out, man. You know, because now he's on the judgment seat, man. You know?
Yeah, quick one. You know, like you said that they're gonna paint us a certain way. Think about it. 9/11, they painted Osama bin Laden and all the Arabs a certain way, and had everybody going. They the boogeyman. They do this, they did that. Had everybody in the world, especially America, them Arabs attacked us. So everybody going against the same way that they're gonna do the same shit to us. Everybody gonna hate us, talk shit to us, talk bad about us, but at the end of this, long we be part of land, we gonna win regardless. Lord willing.
All right. Hey, and now that you brought that up about the judge, things that can happen to him. Remember Pontius Pilate wife? Hey, had nothing to do with you talking about your house. I had nothing to do with that man. I done had nothing but nightmares, many nights because of concerning him. So what? Hey, when certain things happen to us, hey, that judge, even if he don't get locked up or something crazy happen, hey, he can have nothing but nightmares and be plagued because of that. Like, no, the Lord dealing with this guy. He going free. He ain't finna have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
These guys clearly said, my children been having nightmares. They've been having, I don't know what's going on here.
Getting plagued and stuff.
Getting plagued, demons attacking them and all types of stuff. Yeah. Because our Lord got, he has authority over all devils, man. Over all angels. All right. He got the keys, as Jake say, to the streets. All right. He got the keys to heaven and earth, man. All right. And well, he gonna give those to us. We endure. But how were the apostles able to cure men and do the things they did? He gave them the power over all devils, all demons, and the power of healing. So that's how they was able to cast out all these demons. That's how they was able to heal all these people in the way that they were. He gave them that authority. What you think gonna happen to us, man? These things gonna happen to us, Lord willing, we endure. And these people, man, they mess with us. Hey, there's gonna be divine intervention. You have to believe in that, man. You can't be like some of these guys who get all fearful because they done lost their job. Or you get some of these, they start, next thing you know, they lining up the head again. They doing all types of crazy stuff again, going back in the world. You know, the girl left them, so now they're depressed and suicidal. They don't want to be a part of this anymore. You know, they stop believing in the Most High because they think he's taking too long. You know, well, you know, but Jake don't think about the Most High having mercy and waiting on them. You know, but they don't want to wait on the Most High. You know, but you done did all your dirt, Jake. and even had a chance to repent, and the Most High let you make it. So how you gonna get mad at the Most High? But that's a nigga for you. And that's why, hey, getting into this, we can't afford to be that way and slip up and mess up, especially make a mess of ourselves in the public where Esau get a hold of it. Because he gonna run with it. Think of Hocab Malone.
Yeah.
Now Hocab Malone get a hold of you doing something, it's gonna be on his page. Because that's what Hocab do. And yeah, I'm not saying vocab, Hocab Malone. That's what I call him. All right. So yeah, but we gotta stay clean, man. We gotta stay on point. Hey, this devil, he getting frisky. All right. He trying to do what he do in order to set traps. That's why YouTube, the way it is, you gotta go with the child law, and you gotta go with this law, and you gotta fulfill this, and if you put this clip in your video, it's a copyright infringement, all this other BS that they got going on. But meanwhile, hey, that's because he's being backed into a corner, man. He's being backed into a corner. You can't hide the word anymore. And they talking about, they're a pretty small group. No, we're not small. That's why you talking about us.
Yeah.
If we were so small, you wouldn't be saying nothing, Esau. Apparently, and matter of fact, when you ask the average person, you can ask anybody, especially if it's a Jake. You ever heard of Hebrew Israelites? Yeah, I heard of them, but I never really paid attention. That's what you're gonna see, or you're gonna find those who actually do know who you are.
I mean, didn't that right before all this, the BS that's going on, right before that happened, Vocab did a live show going into the number of Israelites that are waking up. Like you said, it was like 2 million Israelites.
I think it's
More than that.
Yeah. I wanna say like 100 or something. Yeah, 100 mil. You can put me down on the record because it came from Apostle Tahar. I think it was like 100 million, over 100 million people knew about the Israelites, or had some form of affiliation with the Israelites.
And then there was millions more that they didn't necessarily identify with being Israelites, but they agree with the ideology of the Israelites. He was going into all that information on that live stream.
Telling us stuff we didn't know.
And thank you for reporting how famous this gospel is getting, man.
Sorry for waiting.
Yeah, what did he say in his recent video? He said, I want we need to, it was a comment. It was like, we need to make them the world and bring out public awareness of the Black Hebrew Israelites. See, but that's really the spirit of the Most High getting put on you people to bring out even more public awareness of us. And I had a precept with y'all brothers, which goes right into that. This is Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
This gospel right here, man. Look how long Christianity been in about. You know what I'm saying? That happened.
So that's Popeye chicken sandwich.
The whole video said somewhere in Africa they were saying he's famous.
Oh yeah.
Him and the thing.
Yep.
And they changed it. I guess they changed the old West. Doctor saying it is Israelites in Africa, but he said over Africa, it's a hard famous though. It's been preached all over the world.
Didn't I say in Deuteronomy that his doctrine shall pour out as rain upon the earth, as dew from the heaven? So the Lord, he's raining this word and fruit is starting to spring up.
I don't know if you're familiar with pastors and things of that nature. Think about a pastor like 50 acres of land. Just 50 acres of land. Think about the dew on top of it. That is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Luke 20 and Point 19. The chief priests and the scribes the same hour sought to lay hands on him, and they feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them.
That's why Esau is basically painting us as the so-called bad guys, right? Because basically what he's trying to do as well is he's trying to turn the general public's perception, about us into negative. So then he can make his move. Because right now, can't nobody say we've done anything as far as being violent. What? We're known for teaching, not being violent. And we always say, beginning with the apostles, hey, it's the will of the Most High. Yahweh Shai is coming back. So now you paint that perception as us being the bad guys, such as thugs and criminals, and we're going to kill you and murder you and so on and so forth. Then you change the public's viewpoint of things.
Esau, he controls the narrative, just like anything he pushes out there. That's why we always say through the spirit that anything that Esau pushes out in mainstream media, best believe you need to check on this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to look the other way. That's something Esau does. Once he puts something there to portray us, he know everybody go for it. But the media, that's his witchcraft on the left hand side.
I mean, that situation happened. Guys, they're having it's doing a march to Jake Hall. Rape y'all.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
In Detroit.
Yeah. So they're looking on that. They're looking at that. They're looking at guns. They're talking about going shoot range. Yeah, they're gonna do all that, and they're trying to say everybody, we all that way, but which we not. I don't know them guys for the GMS. I don't know.
They probably be there with them. They just probably be a group that they created just to control the narrative on going to get the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Could be somebody that they just put up, this sit up. You know what I'm saying? They got them on bikes. You know what I'm saying? How you can get on these kind of, you know what I'm saying? You can't even get there. Unless you know somebody.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then you gotta target everybody in the world. Because look how many so-called Christians done ran in the banks.
Yeah.
They killed people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Done rape kids and so on and so forth. So look how many people are associated with Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, then the whole goddamn world should be going through a trial too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same scenario.
But they won't. They won't.
That's
what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're right. You know that's what it is though. Be the threat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Christianity, that ain't no threat.
Look at how many Catholic popes done rape little kids in prison.
Right.
I'm talking about there's number of pedophile shit go on in the Catholic religion.
Give them herpes.
Right. But nobody say anything about the Pope. And I know why, because that's the false prophet in the scriptures, in the book of Revelation. But nobody is attacking the whole entire Catholic religion. I'm saying, look, all Catholics, pedophiles.
Get off.
Nobody's saying that, and them guys get off. And the priests that do get caught with the little boys, you can't find out. They harbor them in the Vatican. They bring them to the Vatican and let them work there for the rest of their life. So they never go to jail. They never go do anything. They live a decent life in the Vatican, in gold and shit. Man. It's like they being rewarded for popping shit, which they probably are. You know?
So back in Luke 20 and 19, the chief priests and the scribes, the same hour sought to lay hands on him. They feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the government.
Read that one more time, that last verse.
This is back in Luke 20 and 20. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the government.
That's these agents, man. That's these. You got the ghost channel YouTube pages that'll come up on. They'll subscribe to your page, watch every video, leave a comment that's very carnal. It's not in the character of brothers. They'll post certain things that's provocative and it's deemed as a threat. And then Esau will be like, all right, let me take that, let me take a snap at that. So we could link this to the Israelites. This is what they believe. This is what they're gonna do. You got activity like that going on. You know, you got guys that's coming up to the camps and they're acting like they want to learn, but really they got ulterior motives. Right. So we're when we go out there, man, we're really like we're between enemy lines, man. You know, you're jeopardized in every which way. But guess what? You still have that hedge protecting you to you know, make the assurance of you, you know, being protected when you get this word out, man. You see, because the world is looking for basically a fall. They're looking for our fall, man, because they say that this is a real strong organization, but at the same time, if we can find something on them, we got them. But hey, did they find anything on the Lord? No. But they still took him in. They still persecuted him. So hey, we gotta prepare for that. But guess what? In the eyes of the Lord, if we of the elect, we're blameless. Who could lay a charge to the Lord's elect? See?
The Hebrews 12:1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. You know, because we are becoming more, you know, on center stage, man. You know, because we get to the point of the story where the two main characters, all right, is finna square off, man. All right, we in the point where we in the tunnel and we finna walk out to the ring, man. Jacob finna walk to the ring and Esau finna walk to the ring, man, which is the elite of the Esau. You know, these elites. Then you have the elect of Israel, man. That's the main event. You know, that's what all roads lead to, man. You know, and that's gonna provoke the second coming of Yahweh Shai, man. So it says, lay aside every weight and something that can be a hindrance unto you, man. You know, because we got to level up in the spirit for the thing that's finna come, man. It's finna get uncomfortable, man. You know, because we got to understand, we all have been pampered here in Babylon, man. You know, and we got to pray that the Lord put the spirit on us to endure the thing that's finna happen, man, because these people don't stand a chance, man. You know, they don't have a clue what's going on, man. They don't know the names of their power, man, the majority of Israel, man. You know, so we have to have a mindset, you know, of just going through that straight gate that's to come, man. You know, and then verse 2, it said, looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith.
You know, so that Greek term author means pioneer, someone that does it first. And finisher meaning in Greek the highest example of our faith.
Yep.
All right. So basically, he is the protocol. He is the blueprint. He is the word.
It says, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High.
So in order to be the elect, you're gonna have to go through these circumstances.
Yep.
And only the Most High's elect can prevail over these circumstances.
Yep.
You go into the that term right means a place of honor, a place of authority. All right, so Yahweh Shai did what was required, and what did he receive? The kingdom of heaven. Yeah. All right, he's in second of command, and he's placed at the right hand side of his Father. We will be rewarded if we do the same exact thing.
Despising their shame.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's important not to have no ego, not to care about your self-image, man, or what these people's opinion are of you, man. You know, yeah, you gotta let all this shit go, man. All right. Don't give a damn what your boo think. I was colored up last week, all right, but now she hates your ass because she seen, all right, 60 Minutes, man. With you on the screen, you know.
I'll take that back. I mean, it's okay to give a damn. You just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta be ready to lose it all, man. You know, you gonna look crazy. You know, Esau gonna take the worst mugshot picture. You know, he gonna put together, all right, a mixtape of your worst moments. You know, he gonna do all those things, man, because at the end of the day, the prophets are really like you know, by a lot of people. We hated by a lot of people. But see, the people that like us, a lot of them finna turn too, man. Right. You know, because that pressure finna come, man. You know, family members gonna turn, man. How Shot told us we gonna be betrayed by mothers, fathers, you know, cousins, you know, all these different things, brethren, you know, all these things is finna happen. But he said the joy that was set before you, how Shot, he endured all this, man. You know, so we have to have our mind single on this same joy, man. You know.
And we gonna let you know in that day, we ain't crazy. We just ahead of the curve. Yep. That's all it is.
Yep.
Right. And just a quick example, just sticking, keep sticking to the script. It's Acts 24 and get to the point 22. And when Felix heard these things, having more perfect knowledge of that way, he deferred them and said, "When the Messias, the chief captain, should come, I will know the uttermost of your matter." And he commanded a centurion to keep Paul and to let him have liberty, and that he should forbid none of his acquaintance to minister or come unto him. And after certain days, when Felix came with his wife Drusilla, which was a Jewess, he sent for Paul and heard him concerning the faith in Yahushua. And this is talking about Apostle Paul right here. Verse 25. And as he reasoned of righteousness, temperance, and judgment to come, Felix trembled and answered, "Go thy way, for this time, while I have a convenient season, I will call for thee."
Yeah, because you got to understand what we're teaching, man. What are we saying? The message of the prophets is the best thing for the planet Earth, man. All right? They just don't see the bigger picture. All right? 2/3 of our people, this is the best thing that they can have, man. Is the truth of this word and these prophecies, man. The other nation, because they get their ass, all right, beat to sleep by Esau, Edom, man. All right? This is the best thing for them, you know? So at the end of the day, we talking about a righteous rulership on the planet Earth, man. You know? Now the other nations, they're going to go through their 1,000 years of rigorous captivity, you know, because they have to get that, you know, that deception beat off them, man. You know, because they have been deceived, you know, by the serpent as well, man. You know, so that has to be beaten out of them. That Allah, that Buddha, that Shiva, you know, all they got to be beaten out of them, man. You know, but eventually they're going to get to enjoy a righteous kingdom, man. All right? They're not going to have to worry about, you know, someone, all right, a school institution where their children are being taught by trainers, man. All right? They're not going to have to worry about the chariots chemtrailing the skies, man.
School.
Yeah, polluting the water. Yeah, school shooting. All right? Your woman, you know, having the liberty to be a whore, man. You know? Yeah. You know? They're going to get to enjoy a righteous, masculine kingdom, man. Because right now, what they call masculinity is toxic. You know? That's not going to be the case in the kingdom, man. You know? So, what we saying is the best thing that can happen to the planet Earth, man. You know, they just don't see it, man, because it ain't meant for them to see. But we have to understand we not bringing nothing bad to the earth like they finna demonize us, man. This the best thing. This the solution to everybody's griping, man. Every nation is what? Doing a protest. They fighting against the police. You know, you got austerity laws all over the place. You know, everybody is being more and more impoverished. You know. So the gospel is going to solve everything, man. It's just going to be Israel. It's just going to be the top nation, man. And we're going to have immortality, man. You know.
And you notice in the scripture it said that Apostle Paul, he was talking to Felix and said judgment to come. We come in that same stead. You know that this is a downfall for America. We're not saying that we're going to destroy America. We said, thus say Yahweh Shai. So Esau can't come with us. He can't come up. Come at us at that corner route, man, because we come spiritual, we come out the book. We're not saying, hey, we're going to destroy America. We never say anything like that, man. We all say, thus say Yahweh Shai. He's going to take care of this place, man.
What we're going to destroy America with?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Edomites the ones with the nuclear missiles.
Right. You know exactly where we at from 6 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say even strategy guys, the goddamn outpour 3.
Yeah. The Draco, you gonna Draco that bit to death?
I mean, that's Jake destroyed it enough with rap music already. So yeah, I mean, that's it.
Jake Berry got caught. How we gonna destroy America?
You know, and that Jake was any type of explosive. they on J Dad.
Shit, who make it?
You know what I'm saying?
Who
Right.
make the what can we get it? And he make it. What bomb Jake ain't got one bomb. Amongst the millions of Israelites, he ain't got one bomb. But we gonna destroy it. We. Oh man, it's gonna be from a higher power, man. That's why we always speak of what how Solomon the Gomorrah was destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, that's how we speak of the judgments coming to America. You know,
What's wrong with speaking prophecy? Us saying what the scriptures say. Thou destroying mountain, there shall be a burnt mountain. Which destroyeth all the earth. We're talking about the kingdom that's actually destroying the earth is going to be destroyed. What's wrong with that? How is that evil?
They losing their kingdom.
Right.
And that's all it is. They hate. They don't want to be no slave.
Right.
And that's all it is.
Last scripture.
Hey, this John 15 and I'm sorry 18. If the world hates you, you know that hated me before it hated you. Verse 19.
It goes to y'all shall be in that tried stone, spoken of in Isaiah. You know, when you go into that term tried, it means like a proof of ability, or something that is basically a sure foundation. Y'all shall basically went through everything that we're going through now. That's how he's classified as the author and finisher of our faith. That is the reason why he's on the right hand side. So he's giving us a spiritual pep talk. Look, if I can do it, you can do it. Be of the Holy Spirit, man. And it's the same thing, man. You know?
Verse 19.
You should expect, like I said, you
Yeah.
should expect hatred.
Yeah.
Which going back what we were saying earlier, hey, stay clean, man. Don't be bugging out, doing all type of crazy shit, getting carnal and all this because things that happen. That people who do that don't expect it. All right. See, we expect you to hate us. We expect people to just to have demons on them and just be like, man, it's crazy. We do things if we have to. You know what I'm saying? If we need to. But besides that, we expect, like the scriptures say, expect people to hate you like they hated our Lord. Expect people to be unfair to you like they were unfair to our Lord. Expect people to slander you and say all manner of things about you and reproach you and all of that. Just because they know you out there teaching or you affiliated with the truth. All right? Hey, expect it. Don't be the guy who act like they don't expect, man, this is motherfucking bullshit, man. For real. Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm swinging off on the next. Like, look, Jake, do it. And when you get locked up, next thing you know, you calling people. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help you. Like, no, Jake, chill. Expect it. The scripture's telling you what they expect, man. You know?
Verse 19. If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you.
That's a good indicator you're a man of the Lord. You know, being persecuted, losing everything.
Out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than the Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Right.
If
So
they,
it's a package deal. You gotta think about it like this. Yahweh is the engine, Yahushua is the keys, and the prophet is that person turning the keys to cut on the engine. All right, so it's a package deal. But at the end of the day, if you reject the prophet, you reject Yahushua. And if you reject Yahushua, you reject Yahweh.
if they keep my saying, they will keep yours also.
Right. That's point blank period.
Look, when y'all started getting blamed, we was talking to Pilate. He said he answered nothing. You know what I'm saying? He kept it simple, man.
Yeah, man. Goddamn speeches.
Yeah, we know that Yahushua knew he wasn't guilty. There's no point in trying to defend himself, man.
Yeah.
You know, we already know this just part of the script. You know, so we just go through it, man. You know, we know what's on the other side, man. You see, only the elect have something to look forward to, man. See, everybody else do. That's why they clawing and scratching. You know, cause they know they finna be in pitiful cases. You see, we try and get to that finish line, man. This just a process before that finish line, man. So we shouldn't be, in awe at this, as these other people are, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Is
You want to read it before you break it up?
1 Peter 2 and 21
This is
down to 23.
all right, this is 1 Peter 2 and 21. It states, "For even hereunto were ye called, because Mashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye shall follow his steps."
And those examples was given. All right. With all the persecution, they was constantly testing him. They was slandering him. He still kept his composure through it all.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't let any of those experiences, take him out of the spirit. He was still focused. He understood what would happen. He knew these things were already written. He just came to fulfill it, man. So Yahushua is our ultimate example, man. But what we getting ready to go through, hey, man, just think of Yahushua and his walk, man. Go ahead.
Verse 22, "Who did not sin, neither was guile found in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Who, when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judged righteously."
Hey, at the end of the day, the Heavenly Father justified his son.
Yep.
Okay? He's still blameless. He still sat on the right hand of the glory of the Most High. So, hey, that still applies, man.
The judgment of the Most High trumped the judgment of Pilate and the Roman government, man. Which sentenced our Lord and Savior to death. So the judgment from the Most High overrides the judgment, all right, in this realm, man. And that's why when Yahushua, when he received that judgment, from man, he was exalted from the Most High.
That's right.
You see? So that's the mindset, that we have to have, man. Don't be shook in these times, man. We should be in time of rising up to the occasion, man.
I got one more for the brother. Matthew 28:16. "Then the 11 disciples went away into Galilee, into a mountain where Yahushua had appointed them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth."
All power. And that's who we work for, man. And that's our big brother, man. That's our real big brother. Like, we a real family, man. And he got all power, man. All right. So why would we care? Vocab can do a video every 10 minutes, man.
Real.
What does that matter, man? Like I said, we got Yahushua. We got the X factor, man.
Right.
So at the end of the day, everybody through except the elect, man.
That's it.
All right. And with that, man, Lord will, you brothers were edified. Once again, we want to give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honor to our elders, the apostles, great millstone. And honors to you, brothers, who are out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. And with that, shalom.
Shalom.